All right. Hello, have a good day, Slovenia. It's great to be here, and thanks a lot for SmartCom to inviting me to this conference. It's really my pleasure to be here. And it's actually my first time to be in a SmartCom's conference, even though this is 26th conference in a row. So it's, I guess they say, better late than never. But first things first. I could have chosen to speak to you about the product, the boxes we do, as obviously we do networking boxes, as some of you may know. But I thought that as you are really advanced audience, you all are industry professionals, networking experts, security experts. Probably it would be underestimation to speak only about the boxes. That's why I thought that you need to hear something better. You need to hear a little bit about the future, where the industry is going, where Extreme is going, and how that will change your life. Of course, I will speak about the boxes and products as well, because those are the things we love as a networking company. But as I'm speaking about the future, a few disclaimers first. I will show something which is not today here. I will be speaking something which is almost tomorrow here, and of course some stuff which happens already in everyday life. But as things are in a roadmap and in vision, everything I say represents our best vision and understanding about the world as per today, and things may change. So that's the disclaimer in the beginning. The other disclaimer is that we have a demo booth back there. All of the things I'm saying here, my colleagues are actually demonstrating and proving that my words are true. So everything I'm saying, we will show back there to make sure that it's not only the buzzwords from the sales guy on a stage. But if we start from the SDN, I say that we have the industry best SDN solution, the most simple SDN solution in the market today. We utilize our universal platform as a data plane. We think about the universal boxes, which is SD-WAN access points. One set of the devices from the use case to use case. Same boxes from data center to campus to the access to the core. You decide how you use them. As a management plane, we use our Fabric Connect technology. Some of you may be familiar about the Fabric Connect. I think it's quite simple. I think it's quite cool. And as a control plane, we use our XIQ cloud. Even though I'm saying cloud, it doesn't necessarily mean public cloud. It can be something else as well. I bet that we have industry's most simple licensing. I know that some of our competitors are willing to shrink you almost death with their licensing models. We sell one license, and you deploy the things in your networks as you want, whether it's on-premise, public cloud, something else in between. And I will get back to that in between in a minute. But that's really key to understand about the cloud. And then it's, of course, the ecosystem play, which I touch as well a little bit later. But as we are now in a maybe formerly called Eastern Europe, and as a living, I'm running our businesses in Eastern Europe, I get in a situations quite often that I have to defend myself a bit. People don't like the cloud. Cloud is a little bit like a swear word almost. I have to explain why cloud, why not the on-premises. I think some of my colleagues from the other companies explained it pretty well already earlier, but I want to make a couple of statements about the cloud. First, the cloud networking market. It's already, as per today, 10th of October 2024, over $100 million market in Eastern Europe. So actually quite many people are using and buying cloud networking devices and things here. It's not yesterday, it's happening today. I'm also looking our business, what is happening in Extreme. I took the live data yesterday from our cloud, and I compared it 10th of October 3 years ago, 21, 10th of October 24, and our connected devices in the public clouds increased 500%. it's a significant growth. In 3 years, post-COVID time, it's booming. And I'm not speaking about the licenses we have potentially sold. I'm speaking actual devices connected into the cloud. The growth is significant, and it's in Eastern Europe. It's not in the Nordics or not in Germany. I'm speaking right here in the nearby countries. I also looked the actual quantity of the devices. We have plenty of devices connected in the cloud already. And that's a quite important thing for multiple reasons, which you will understand in a minute. So cloud is actually picking up, even though not everybody likes it. I see the rapid cloud adoption in the market here. As I said in the beginning, there is a different type of clouds. And we are a little bit of different company as an extreme, as we offer those different type of clouds. We can do the public clouds, as you know, but we can do also private clouds. And we have a thing which is called Cloud Edge. What is it actually? The Cloud Edge is a concept what we have deployed the ministries, nations, big corporations already all over the globe. And what we can do with it is that you get all of the benefits of the public cloud services, but we actually mitigate the public cloud risks by deploying the cloud in your premises. Might be in a country, might be inside of the corporate borders. But we bring the public cloud to you and make sure that you get all the benefits, but the limited risks. And if I'm looking at the, let's say, larger picture, European Union is going to invest 2.7 billion euros to clouds in Europe for multiple reasons. And if we have some national authorities in this room representing networks run in Slovenia in a governmental or national levels, think about that investment in a European Union level. Reach out to me or my colleagues. We can actually build these networking clouds to you and make sure that all of the Slovenian networking services are jumping to the next level. It's cutting edge thing. Moving forward, why I'm excited and hyped about the cloud and why it's important. It's important because of the applications. Applications are the things which actually makes the difference. And now you might think that Lassi has become crazy, but I'm stating that we are actually going to be a software company going forward. You are going to buy a lot of software from us, at least I hope. Why it is like that? Let's think about the industry. Most companies are using same chips, same silicon across the globe. It's really difficult to differentiate and bring the innovations and actually game-changing things only in a silicon level. If we think about the SDN architectures, the cool stuff actually happens in a software layer. And as an extreme, we are investing a lot in that. Going forward, we are going to deliver 3 different types of applications to you. First, management applications. Second, analytics and visibility applications. And third, security applications. And of course, the buzzword said here as well earlier, combined with the AI engine and a lot of cool stuff built in around it. First application I'm going to touch shortly is the cloud SD-WAN we are providing. Now you think maybe again that, okay, Lassi has become crazy. SD-WAN, it's not an application, it's a concept, it's a box, it's a thing, it's a bandwidth. Yes, it is all of that, but for us, it's an application. You plug and play from GUI, the connection from site A to site B, you choose the bandwidth, you create the application policy, and we deliver the bandwidth and we deliver the devices and software stack to do it. It doesn't need to be more complicated than that. It's our job to make technology which makes your life easy from a consumption point of view, but also from the usability point of view. And why this is cool, why it makes our existing SDN stuff, the Fabric Connect powered things, even better. We can stretch the SD-WAN we can stretch the fabric services over the SD-WAN from any site to any site, just as a plug and play, drag and drop. It can be shown back there if you don't believe. We have a demo up and running behind. It can be proved. Go and visit the booth. We will show how it works. The second application I'm going to mention is it is actually a security application. Giga was speaking about the ZTNA. Earlier you heard the presentation about the network access control. Both of those things are actually things we need in the future. We see increasing need and demand for the access control technologies, whether it's a remote or on-premises access control. The need is there. We need it for sure. However, in the current world, most often these are siloed things. You might have the traditional network access control, you might have a ZTNA application. You have two different policy engines on top of all the other things you are managing in your life. Quite complicated. And that's why we, as an Extreme, have introduced the application called UZTNA, Universal Zero Trust Network Access Control, which actually combines those two things, traditional NAC and also the ZTNA application. And what does it actually mean? It means that we have a one policy engine from one single cloud management platform, our Cloud IQ. So one policy engine for the remote and wireless, wired, SD-WAN, whatever the connection types might be. Super easy. We have an agent option, agentless option, things like that. Also can be shown the technical nuances, how it can be built in your environment, in room behind of you. Really cool thing. We have been running European customer betas the past year. I know personally multiple customers who have been in the beta program. And this application will be generally available, buyable, deliverable. We will actually deliver these applications to all of you in 28th of October. So just behind the corner. In a few weeks, if you want to buy it, I'm happy to sell it. Cool. Then cloud obviously relates heavily to AI. It was mentioned earlier here that the cloud is the only place which actually can crunch the data because there is so much data. And if I think about our journey as a company, Extreme's journey in this AI path, we have been speaking multiple years already that networking data is unused resource in this whole industry. There is a lot of data about the client behavior, application behavior, yada, 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 but it has never been used. We have been doing cloud networking nearly a decade. We have been collecting that data, storing the data. At some point, we didn't even know what to do with the data, but luckily we have the data. And already 2 years ago, actually 3 years ago, we announced a thing called Copilot. We brought the machine learning algorithms and introduced things like anomaly detection, a little bit of other tools as well around the Copilot concept to provide a better user experience in the networks. We also, under the Copilot umbrella, we also launched a thing called the Digital Twin as the first company in the industry. The basic idea of the digital twin is obviously that you can replicate your network configuration in the digital world before deploying it into production. By that, obviously, you understand the benefits. We can potentially avoid a factory going down or power grid shutting down in a country. Really cool small things. But going forward, we are doing even more. We want to revolutionize and really make you reimagine every single connectivity out there, whatever the connection type is, whatever the tools are you are using. We will bring it to the next level. We are going to launch our version of the generative AI Virtual Network Assistant, VNA, as it was called, or as it's called most often. What it actually means, it means quite a lot. And I will show you a small demonstration about it. That's the best way to actually get in touch with it. So if you can change the screen, here we are. So this is the Extreme Labs Extreme AI Expert, probably first time seen live in Slovenia. It's not yet publicly available. It is something we are running now, internal betas, partner betas. It should get in the technical preview for customers as well in a couple of months, if everything goes as we are planning. This is a live demo. Something may go right, may go wrong. But usually people tend to think that these generative AI things, oh, HDMI don't break up. So people might think that these are a little bit like a chatbots. Our aim is not to create a chatbot. We want to make our generative AI to be interacted with first. All of the technical documentation, obviously, we do. Second, all of our GTAC knowledge base. Third, all of our ecosystem data. And fourth, your live network. So the idea is that instead of getting static replies from the chat window, you can chat with your network. And that's the cool thing. But I have a couple of scenarios, like easy scenarios prepared for you. Just for the sake of time, I create or wrote those down already earlier. But most often, what we do, we spend time in a troubleshooting. We spend time with the wireless troubleshooting. Is that correct? That's correct. Let's ask from the AI, how does it go? What should I actually consider if I'm willing to troubleshoot? All right, we get actually suggestions. Identify source of a broadcast, segregate traffic, review and optimize network configs. All right, sounds quite right. Might help a lot. The other simple scenario to help everyday life, if you don't configure network devices, as many of us, we don't configure network devices day in, day out. You might have a knowledge about one brand, but not the other brand. It is a time-consuming to actually remember what are the commands of this operating system. What should I do? What should I not do? So on and so forth. So let's assume that I have, as a network admin, I have gotten out that the Generation Z employees are spending the work time in a corporate network in a TikTok. I want to create an access control list in our switch engine to actually block the TikTok. Let's ask what is the ACL if I want to deploy it in a switch engine. And by the way, switch engine, for those who are not familiar, it's the formerly known as EXOS, Extreme Networks Operating System. And here it comes. It gives it to me. All right, quite a comprehensive thing. Cool. The last thing I thought that I will show you. This is actually based on. I was chatting yesterday with the Zika, and we were discussing that quite many networking administrators, like even highly skilled senior network administrators, are not able to use REST API because they don't necessarily know the coding skills. They don't have the either language skills or in other ways they are lacking some skill sets. So we probably can help with that as well. So let's assume that I want to investigate a little bit of the network. I want to get data out from the switch from specific port and create a Python script to actually automate things. I can ask such things. Give me a Python script to get port counters on port 1 in switch engine from switches within the IP range. Connect to switches using SSH, username and admin password. Let's see what I get out from here. See, it's a live demo. And if it doesn't work, we we blame the network because we haven't built this network here. Ooh. Here we have it. We get the IP range library, we get the commands, and we get the actual script out there. These are small things we can do. If you switch back to the presentation, just an example, we can demonstrate more back there. But that's what we would like to do. This is what we are building behind the screens. It's not going to happen alone. We are also building the ecosystem. It was mentioned the Extreme Labs. So we are building under the Extreme Labs umbrella the ecosystem of the industry's best companies and the largest names. One thing what I want to mention here explicitly is the partnership with Intel, and why. I showed an example about the wireless troubleshooting. Do you know what is wrong in the wireless troubleshooting? We, as an Extreme, like any other vendor as well, we tend to think about the stuff from the network point of view, not from the client point of view. Think about it. Always we troubleshoot from the network point of view. We look to stuff from the network side. How does the access point sees the client? How the radios work, and so on and so forth. What if we would spin it around? What if we would actually think about it from client perspective and add that into our automation engine, use it as an optimization tool, and so on and so forth? Intel is one of the world's largest chip manufacturers for the wireless radios. We are partnering with them because we want to bring the client data to our cloud and use our AI tools to optimize your network experience. And that's pretty cool. Thank you very much. Hope I see most of you in the stand behind there. My colleagues are waiting. I think Radek Zerny, our senior network systems engineer, he's burning to get to show all of these things to you in a live. Thank you very much.